All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it looks like the Adidas Yeezy saga has not officially reached a conclusion just yet and still maintains as one of the biggest topics here in sneakers. It's 2024 and we're still talking about Adidas and Yeezy. Now, we did get the great news sometime last week that Adidas does plan on releasing more Yeezy inventory. We know they're sitting on a decent amount of pairs. They were kind of contemplating either writing off the inventory or releasing it to the public, and according to their official press release, it does state the company plans to sell the remaining Yeezy product at least at cost in 2024, which is a very interesting choice of words, which has kind of brought up a lot of topics. A lot of people are claiming that we're going to see these Adidas Yeezy releases drop at a discount price, so you already know we got to talk about it. Now, according to this press release, it does say that they're sitting on roughly around 250 million euros worth of Adidas Yeezy releases. Now, to put that in perspective, last year Adidas brought in roughly 700 million euros worth of products with their two Yeezy sales they did over the course of 2 days for the first drop, and then we saw that Yeezy release schedule for the month of August. So 700 million euros, they're still sitting on around 250 million euros. So it seems like we have a decent amount of pairs remaining. Now, of course, everybody's speculating and hoping that we're gonna get like grails like the Yeezy 1050. You guys know those iconic orange joints that he rocked for the Donda listening event. People are saying, throwing out things like 750s, 350 V1s, but I just want to warn everybody watching, to kind of just keep your expectations low. Remember, this is just the remaining Yeezy inventory. What we know of so far, for sure, we should see a couple pairs of slides. So we know of those dark onyx joints, which are basically just another black Yeezy slide, which is a great essential for anybody's wardrobe. We've seen those salt slides, which are kind of like a shade of greenish. As far as foam runners, we've seen those MX joints, which I've complained that they've kind of destroyed and butchered the entire shape. If you guys haven't seen my MX Granite review, go ahead and check it out. As far as 350s, we've seen like a gray pair. I believe they called them like space gray. Who knows? The names are always changing all the time. So we've seen a gray 350, but how many of y'all are really hyped for 350s anymore? I mean, I see a lot of pairs still sitting for retail on many sites. So maybe that's what they mean by at cost. Maybe they feel like they really can't sell these joints at full retail. But as far as the 500s goes, I know these joints right here would be an instant sellout. So there's that all white pair with the gum bottom. For me, I gotta have those. We've seen a sample pair of Ye rocking them like years back. I want to say like 2018, and I've wanted them ever since then. And then as far as other 500s, what do we have left? The boots. We got the combat boots. So the 500 high in the sand colorway. I feel like that's another great pair. But again, don't those have a high retail price? I don't know if they could really sell a full run of those at full retail price. So let me ask y'all, man, as far as the demand, it does say here the company does believe that they can sell these pairs at cost, at least based off their forecast. So do you guys feel like the demand for Yeezy, Adidas Yeezy releases is still there? It's been about almost 2 years now since they officially broke up. We got a lot of pairs dropping last year, but do y'all feel like there's a fatigue when it comes to Adidas Yeezy releases? Do you feel like people and consumers, sneakerheads have moved on to other brands, like New Balance, Asics? Do you think a lot of people have kind of went back to their roots with like Nike or Jordan releases, or just simply, just going for their regular basic Adidas releases like the Samba? Adidas has been doing a lot of great things with Adidas basketball as well. So let me ask you, I know this audience loves their Adidas Yeezys, but as far as the general sneaker audience, do you feel like these releases would still garner the same amount of hype and demand that they did last year or even years previously? I don't really know, but as far as we see for the But Adidas claims that they will be selling these at least at cost, and apparently will not be profiting off these releases, which I really cannot believe at all. And I don't think we're going to see Yeezys at a discounted price. I mean, take a look at what they're saying here. It says, taking all of this into account, the expected translational and transactional FX headwind, as well as the current Yeezy assumptions, Adidas expects to generate an operating profit of around 500 million euros in 2024. So I'm kind of reading this all, and while it doesn't make exact sense, by no means am I like a business accounting type of major, but I really feel like this is a lot of business jargon, and I'm calling cap that we're gonna see the Yeezys actually dropping for a discounted price, especially if it's like a hype release, you know, like let's say something like, imagine if they threw out the Wave Runners. There's no way in hell that Adidas would be selling those at a discounted price. So I'm calling cap on Adidas selling these joints at a discount. And remember, we have to look at the specific verbiage where it says at least at cost. So at minimum, they would be selling them at cost. But I really don't see this happening, and of course Adidas is a corporation in it to make money, and I feel like they're definitely going to be adding these Yeezy profits to the revenues at the end of the year. So I'm honestly believing that there's going to be some type of like loophole, some type of business jargon going on right here, because Adidas is definitely going to profit off these releases. And on top of that, we're not even talking about the secret Adidas sale, which they actually sold a bunch of Yeezys in China towards the end of last year. I haven't seen any mainstream media outlet reporting on that. JA was the only one to report on that. So Adidas claims they're going to be selling Yeezys at cost. Does that mean as a consumer we're going to be getting them at discounted prices? Most likely not, but we'll see how this whole thing plays out, because I find it very interesting to see how this whole saga plays out. Adidas and Yeezy, man, this has really been a soap opera going on throughout the year. So on top of us waiting to see which pairs are gonna drop, I just want to see if these are gonna be dropping at a discount, because I don't believe it at all. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know which releases you're excited for. And remember, I asked y'all, are you still excited for these Adidas Yeezy releases, or have you guys moved on to other brands? So drop your feedback down below. And by the way, speaking of Yeezy, has anybody got any updates on their shipping for the Yeezy pods? I'm still waiting to get mine, but then again, I had to place a new order. So I'm expecting I'll probably get my joints in the next like 3 to 5 years or something like that. So salute to y'all for tuning in. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, because I'm seeing this, like these rumors all over the place. I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers talking about it. So just wanted to add my 2 cents in, and would love to get y'all's feedback. So salute, guys. We're gonna wrap it up right here. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.